Hello. You've reached shipping and receiving.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Michael.
It's Michael Bublé. Sorry.
Don't do that.
All right, shall we go through Totally Blonde?
Let's go through it.
Now, the hunt for Mr. Right
The effects of the lobotomy should wear off shortly.
has become an experiment in what can go wrong.
I think you discovered Totally Blonde.
I did, after we bore witness to the masterpiece that is Net Games.
I'm very generous with my tongue.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
I wanted to understand the inner workings of that piece of art, shall we say.
The Mind at the Helm.
The Mind at the Helm is a director by the name of Andrew Van Slee.
Yeah, his name's on this movie a lot. That's your entry point.
Yeah.
But then you see that Michael Bublé is in this. Michael Bublé obviously made this movie very early on in his career. Do you think it's before he became Michael Bublé as we know him today?
Yeah, 100%. This movie came out at the end of 2001, and his eponymous album, which I believe was his big commercial breakthrough, came out in 2003.
You pronounce it Buble.
Come fly with me.
The soundtrack to Totally Blonde, which was called Totally Buble, which contained a full suite of songs that were written especially for this movie, is not included in his discography. Van Slee wrote every song on the album. It peaked at 63 on the Italian album charts.
Oh, Michael. On top of this being a weird kind of Michael Bublé vehicle, it's a bit of an odd case because Michael Bublé isn't the main character.
But I think he may as well be.
He kind of becomes the main character, but it's not pitched like it's his story.
He is the most sympathetic character in the whole movie. I think his character is such a nice guy that he is a supporting character in his own movie.
I think he is. The person we really follow is this woman called Meg, played by Krista Allen. I don't know her from anything other than Liar Liar. She's the woman in the elevator who Jim Carrey gets.
He ogles her.
Everybody's been real nice.
Well, that's because you have big jugs.
She's there to be respected as a human being.
Mama!
Oh, she was in The Final Destination, 2009.
Yes, she is. She gets a rock through her eye from a lawnmower. Her performance as Meg is pretty over the top.
Hyper real?
Yes.
That to put it nicely.
It starts right off with her being very preppy.
She's in a restaurant and we can hear her internal monologue talking about how she hopes her date comes soon because she's hungry.
Oh, Vic, where are you, Vic? Maybe you just got tied up at the office.
What she doesn't know is that Vic is in a limousine with two blondes. I don't know why he's in a limousine. I guess just...
I do. No moral compass.
Yes, he's a bastard.
He doesn't care about her.
Meg, I need to talk to you.
Let's order first because I'm so starving right now. You might want to try the Kung Pao chicken.
The first time she says Kung Pao chicken, she says it in almost an Asian kind of way.
Yeah, she does actually.
We didn't know it at the time, but this is the beginning of a theme in the movie.
And that theme is that she likes Kung Pao chicken.
She does.
2 Kung Pao chickens then.
But also, this director has an obsession with Asian cuisine and culture.
Kung Pao.
Would you screw the chicken? I'm sleeping with your best friend.
It's then a hard cut to a montage of her changing her hair color.
We don't really get any insight as to her exact motivation, but I think what the movie is trying to tell us is that the reason why he banged your best friend is because you're just a boring brunette.
After she then changes her hair color to blonde, she goes to this class.
A sort of deportment school for how to be a ditzy blonde.
You go ahead and be dumb. Laugh at bad jokes told by men. And remember, ladies, the curtains always need to match the rug.
I think we know what that means.
Well...
If you want him to believe you're a natural blonde, there's one more step you've got to take.
Okay. She meets her friend Liv at the V Club. That's the name of Michael Bublé's swinging jazz club.
So what's the story? We are at a club and Michael Bublé's there. Is that...
Yeah, he's just the guy
Am I up to speed?
That's it.
Okay. His character's name is Van Martin.
Welcome to my club. I'm Van.
He's supposedly an Italian guy from Verona.
I love your band.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
He says this thing which becomes a motif where he says,
IAG, baby. IAG.
We don't know what that means, and neither do they, so they start trying to guess.
What does IAG mean? I am a goober. I am goat. I am game.
There's a really weird edit where they're talking about what men are trying to get from them. They have a line where she says,
Why do men do that? If it's sex they want, why don't they just come right out and ask
That's
for
for
it?
number one. Come on down.
and it just fades out to a bunch of skits of Colin Mochrie from Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah, playing different characters.
Want to have sex? Look at the possibilities.
Looks like they just said, Colin, do weird stuff. Here's $500. I don't know. That just plays over and over again.
You have sex?
Sex? No, I don't want to have sex with you.
Cut to Meg working in a fashion company.
She's got a huge office.
Well, she's the only person working there except for this other lady, Ramona.
Takimoto is breathing down my neck, and they want something in their own words, hip, now, and today. So,
This Canadian Mountie walks in,
Are you Meg Peters, eh?
and we know he's definitely Canadian because he keeps saying A after everything.
A fine offer, eh? But, no.
A? Everything's gonna be A.
That's the thing, Canadians, all they've got is A and maple syrup.
But he's actually a hired stripper that Michael Bublé sent just to gross her out.
Operation Mountie was a big success. You picked up a few tips?
She calls up Michael Bublé to complain to him about what he's doing, and he thinks it's really funny to answer the phone with a lot of different impressions and voices.
That's something that we can call them.
Well, the first one's like a woman's voice, I think he's trying to do.
Yes.
I'm sorry. He's in a coma right now. Could you try calling back in a few months?
And then it gets really problematic.
It gets bad.
Hello. You've reached shipping and receiving.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Michael.
It's Michael Bublé. Sorry.
Don't do that.
You got screwed up. I transfer you.
Excuse me?
This is Bertie Num Num.
Oh no. Oh, just do them all, Michael. Get cancelled forever.
Buble does attempt an impression of Peter Sellers' character from The Party.
Birdie num num. Birdie num num. Birdie num num. A birdie num num.
There's people who've seen The Party and there's people who haven't seen The Party. Okay, this is the line of delineation that we can draw through the human race.
So I can see why maybe he doesn't want anybody to know about this film. And why the only place where we could actually get this movie is by ordering it from South Korea. In the end, he convinces her to go out on a date with him. They go and eat at this restaurant where there's this comical waiter kind of doing like a Clouseau impression.
Are we ready to order, or has the free bread and water been enough?
Buble shows her this Italian medallion that he has.
Italian medallion.
This was worn by the Prince of Veneto, and he wore it close to his heart. It was supposed to guide him to his destiny.
He's a real Italian.
This is un ricordo del destino. Beton moi.
Ew. Here's your plate of shit.
Yeah.
They go on at least 3 dates, and the final one is like a picnic, isn't it?
They're chasing each other around a tree, and then they arm wrestle, and then they are standing on top of this platform and reenacting Titanic. Oh, montage. Fun with Buble. Great.
I can't believe 2 grown adults agreed to do this.
Bit of an upskirt shot, isn't it?
Yeah.
You might want to stop.
I like your stuff much better.
Oh,
Whoa.
God.
I think they did it.
No.
Sorry.
They were in the...
Oh, that's from the Titanic.
You really gave her one.
Sorry.
So she has a whole wall she calls the wall of shame.
Wall of blame, isn't it?
This is my wall of blame.
And it's like just a wall with all Polaroids stuck to it.
See, what I've done is I put them in order chronologically, and then I wrote on their pictures so you can kind of get a description of what went wrong in the relationship.
And Michael Bublé is disturbed by the volume of people that she's dated in the past.
Well, my goal is to keep it under 100. You ready to go?
She really looks like someone who's going to end up in like a true crime podcast. I think you mentioned that she would end up on a Dr. Grande video. In the end, she takes a Polaroid photo of him. I was going to say perfect.
Friendzoned.
Michael, you're fucked, mate.
Bye.
I feel bad for Michael
You're
now.
just some guy she goes to the beach with, buddy.
I did not see this twist coming.
This is pure cruelty.
But I thought it was going to be all about her trying to sink Michael Bublé, and it's all about Michael Bublé being, like, unknowingly messed with.
Well, he keeps saying IAG, so maybe the irony is that she thinks that he's her new gay best friend.
IAG, baby.
I ain't gay.
I was gonna say
I am gay.
I am gay. I am gone.
Keep saying I am gay.
I think I am gonna.
When they're at the beach, they meet Brad, who's a guy that she knows from school. Do you hear the music?
I like the song.
Like those guys at the Max.
Oh yeah.
And he's doing one of the worst California dude bro accents I've ever heard.
No, actually, I'm not married. But I did something crazy. I grew. It's like you did some growing yourself.
He has a wakeboard company
Called Dude, and he's got stocks. So he's rich and he's good looking, and this is the guy that she now decides she wants to spend her life with.
Oh my God, Liv, he's the one.
He has money, I suppose that's the big thing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Michael Bublé does too, because he runs his own club and he has a big mansion.
Yeah, everyone's got money in this, so it doesn't seem like that should be the big thing. But I guess Bublé's just a softie.
You want to go talk to him?
No, I'm gonna talk to him. Oh my God, I want to marry him.
Michael Bublé's the one that introduces them.
He goes up and he's like, hey, do you remember that girl? And he's like, yeah, that's Meg from high school.
Oh, I just told him you thought he was cute. You should come over and say hello.
You didn't.
No, I did.
And he wants them to reconnect. I guess maybe he's too
He's just such a nice guy.
He's such a nice guy. He's sort of too naive to realize what's going on.
And then he's like, you know what? I reckon Brad can drive you home. I've got to go back to the club now. And he just leaves their date.
He's cucking himself.
Yeah, because he's such a nice guy. Nice guys cuck themselves.
Dear God, please let him be gay.
She starts to have these psychotic sex dreams about Brad, and then he interchanges with
Bublé
and transforms back and forth from Bublé to Brad.
I actually feel really sorry for Michael Bublé to have had to do that scene. He's like in his white singlet thrusting and he's trying to do like a sex face, but you can tell he just really doesn't want to.
Yeah.
So he's just sort of grimacing a little bit.
And all the while they're playing this music.
Yeah, it's primal.
Michael Bublé asks Meg over to his club. He's trying to serenade her in the dark. She tells him she's not interested.
You're not the guy that I plan to spend the rest of my life with.
Bublé just goes over to the piano and just starts singing a song to himself.
Another night.
So it's just one more chance to hit it again, Michael.
But then her best friend Liv, played by Maeve Quinlan, arrives at the club.
One of the multitude of blonde people in Net Games.
I'm Detective Simmons.
They start to hit it off. That starts a spark between Liv and Michael Bublé. Now, in a traditional film, this would be the moment at which the main character, who would in another film be Michael Bublé, he would be realizing that the best friend is the better bet.
So we've got the supporting character and the best friend
having an arc, whereas the central character is really
just vapid,
static AF.
She's got a flat arc.
She's being the most stubborn, self-centered, awful person.
Give him a good squeeze.
I've never seen like a comedy movie that's this oddly depressing.
Yeah, it really is depressing.
It's so flat.
And all of these people are like putting up red flags.
Yeah, every person in this is awful. I guess Michael Bublé is nice, but
he needs to learn when to give up.
Yeah. And he's got a... Okay. Here we go again.
Guess I'm falling for you.
Poor girl in the background thinks he's singing to her.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we have a connection.
Since I met you.
Oh, cropped out. Poor baby.
I've been cropped out of photos before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my two friends in my youth posted a photo of each other together that I was in and then cropped me out of it.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
But Meg starts to realize that Brad is actually deeply immature.
I want a burger. Side.
Can you just drive up to the window, please?
He also thinks it's really funny to pull up to a sort of lover's lane and go on a
commando crawl.
It's Woodchuck, and I can't hear you unless you use your radio.
Woodchuck, what are we doing?
It's all just so that he can spring two people having sex in a car. Turns out to be two men, one of which is the guy who was at the In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah.
So there's a moment of gay panic.
It's actually not funny, it's just mean.
Yeah, well, the whole thing there is like, we're gonna see two people having sex. Oh, it's two men. Oh, I'm grossed out.
Yeah, the point of that was homophobia.
Yeah.
Are you really falling for me?
No.
Or were you just singing that?
I think I'm falling. I think I'm...
Oh no. Turn it off, Michael!
I think I'm falling for...
Oh my God.
Don't compete. Don't you try and come into Michael Bublé's territory and compete with his singing. So Meg's starting to feel feelings for Michael Bublé.
Now that she can't have him.
Yeah, Van and I like each other. I'd like to spend more time with them.
You two can go to hell.
And then there's all this weird intercutting. She goes off to have a date with Brad.
The man of my dreams.
Oh, yeah.
He's already sleeping with someone else.
He goes and chats up somebody at some club or restaurant.
Yeah, because he gets bored just in like the 20ty minutes that she's running
waiting
late.
for... That sounds real, actually.
I mean, it's fast work.
Oh my God.
As Meg leaves, she starts listening to Michael Bublé on the radio.
Grab a gal, you're gonna make us love the one that's right for...
And it distracts her, and she has a car accident. Oh, wow! Okay.
Oh, shit.
She died.
It's funny to see how easy life can be. Just sit back and smile.
Imagine that, like waking up from a coma with Michael Bublé in your hospital room singing to you.
It would be the last thing you heard before you had your car accident. Surely it would be a bit triggering. Liv is there.
Oh, and the bitch is here too. How wonderful.
She calls her a bitch because even though she had no interest in Michael Bublé, she's jealous that he's now interested in her friend.
You're the one who broke it off.
It? There was no it!
And then there's this weird foreign doctor that comes in.
And how am I today?
Who tries to tell everybody about his comedy stand-up career.
And no one cares.
I just make a joke because I trained to be stand-up comic. You know? Big money in stand-up.
And we get like a Seinfeld cutaway. We have to show that he has done stand-up.
What's the deal with ER, huh? Anyway.
She asks Liv to step out and tells Michael Bublé that she wants to be with him, but he's going to marry Liv.
I'm asking Liv to marry me.
Shut up, bitch!
Which he then does. He proposes to her at his club.
Are you fed up with men? Are you having trouble finding Mr. Right? Do you constantly end up with Mr. Wrong?
She goes to a support group, Love Factory.
It's called Love Factory, and it's full of like older ladies wearing blonde wigs.
They're waiting around for Mr. Right.
Yeah.
And they're old.
I go to movies alone. I eat alone. I sleep alone. I even have sex alone. And I love it.
I guess she sees her future in all that.
Yeah, and she's like, I should just settle for like Michael Bublé or someone.
And then as Michael Bublé is going to marry Liv, he realizes that his limo driver is actually his priest.
What are you doing?
I moonlight a little.
As a minister?
Yes, my son, as a minister.
I think it's also his own personal chauffeur.
Yeah, but he's like, you're the priest at my wedding?
You don't think I make all my money just driving you around, do you?
It doesn't make any sense. Why would he not know that? But it looks like a moment of cold feet for him.
Go on, son. Go ahead. Go get married.
So now we get the big pitch in front of the Japanese businessman that Meg and Ramona have been working up towards, which starts off horrendously offensive. So what are they trying to sell?
I don't know. It's like baby pacifiers that have recordings in them that promote their brand of wedding dress.
I just love my Takamoto design number 375. I'm so happy to be marrying you.
Yeah, I bet you are, you son of a bitch.
When she hits them with a stick, they respond
Not Darwinian Ben.
like they're robots or people on the other end, and they say, ow.
The groom will realize that he's not in love with her, and the so-called bride will realize that she's just a trampy little sex-crazed fool.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of.
She has a bit of an emotional breakdown.
You love me, not her. I do. He's mine.
But, wouldn't you know it, the Japanese investors loved the presentation.
They were so impressed with your originality. We got the account.
And so we get a Caligula-style party sequence. Then she goes off to Japan. She comes back and she's not blonde anymore.
Yeah, but she is wearing chopsticks in her hair and like some kind of Japanese traditional looking gown.
You're back. You're back.
Liv shows up and introduces her new husband, which is a guy called Trevor, which we haven't met before.
No, he just rocks up.
Trevor?
Hey, you. Great to see you. We thought you'd never come back.
What is going on here? I thought you married Van.
Well, she was about to till I got here.
What?
That's how marriage works.
But who is this? She says that Michael Bublé went and got this guy Trevor and said, you should marry Liv. So he hooked them up.
On her wedding day while she was at the altar.
Apparently.
Imagine if your fiance was like, babe, I can't marry you, but I found someone else you can marry.
Yeah, okay. He then has taken off to Italy. She takes a plane to his chateau in Italy.
More like a compound, really.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
You forgot something. You see, I don't need it anymore because I found the man of my dreams.
Ugh, don't do this, Michael. Say no. Say you were awful.
Hey!
Is he gonna sing?
Come here. Come back.
He does love you.
What?
I love you.
I love you too.
I just think he can do better than her.
I think everyone should.
It's not even a real kiss, it's just like...
Yeah, it's like dogs
Oh,
licking.
why do they always do this? They have to like spin the camera around them while they're making out.
Well, usually they stop. They've done, is this 4 spins?
It flashes forward to the future when they have started a family and they're having a gathering with their friends.
And then finally, after all this, we get a reveal of what IAG means.
IAG, Daddy. It's all good.
Totally Blonde.
I feel really depressed after listening to a recap of that whole thing.
I was depressed watching it.
Yeah.
To a certain extent, and I was depressed going through it again.
Like, honestly, like I'm feeling tangibly like down right now. I think it was
depressing because Michael Bublé was the nice guy, and instead of the main character having an arc, it was him just being treated like shit.
Yeah, like I'm actually really triggered by it.
You're supposed to be my friend.
I am your friend.
Then why are you doing this to me?
It's supposed to be fun, but it feels like everyone involved is not happy with what they're doing.
I mean, nor should they be, because what they're doing is terrible.
Yes, and you know that lots of these things will come back to haunt them later.
Yeah, like in the case of Michael Bublé.
He's the one who could have his entire career cancelled by
I don't think he will.
No, he's fine. But it is a bit embarrassing having one really solid segment where you just touch every single one of the live wires.
Yeah.
Maybe he does know the stripper.
That's a little hard to say, Your Honor. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, because like he definitely did do it.
They were going, hey, can you do an Indian guy? Yeah.
I think he was young and trusting.
I also wrote that the sets look like music video sets or something. Painted walls.
Yeah, but it also looks like they have set up sets in places that are like available to the public. Michael Bublé's club looks like a hotel conference room. It's like they've half finished it. In several scenes, I noticed that they have lit one character properly, but in the reverse shots, they haven't bothered to light the other character.
Right.
So they've clearly got a B camera rolling and then they don't switch. It's like they could only get that room for one day and they're like, well, whatever, we'll just cut this in. But I think Van Slee, what I find interesting about him is that he won the lottery at a certain point.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he was studying drama and then he moved into publishing and then he apparently won the lottery And that allowed him to start his own talent agency and acting school. And he also started a children's talent agency.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then at what point does he start directing films and ruining our lives?
Seems like he worked his way up. He was a line producer on LAPD To Protect and Serve with Dennis Hopper and Michael Madsen. And yeah, he started his own production company called Extraordinary Media Group. And through that, he made Totally Blonde and then Net Games. And what this is it's like the other side of indie filmmaking. He had no one else peering over his shoulder, overseeing him. It's his own production company. So yeah, it's his fault.
100%.
No focus group, no executive producer, no one, it's just his own little passion project.
I did notice that he did all of the original songs in the film.
Yeah, so he supposedly wrote all of those songs.
But did he also do those weird breathy songs?
He's doing Las Vegas tribute shows now. He's got a Lady Gaga tribute show.
Okay.
He's got a Michael Bublé tribute show. He's also running something called Las Vegas Stripper School.
Oh boy.
Learn how to pole dance.
It's like the blonde school thing.
Yeah.
But for strippers.
Yeah, but in
so
real
you think
life.
he gets up there in tight clothes and goes, all right, ladies.
Well,
Let me show you how
I
it's
think
done.
I have just clicked on this link to get tickets.
Don't join.
And for some reason, it's a ticketed event. So maybe it's like a live kind of
tutorial
stripping competition or something.
Oh, yeah.
And it just says upcoming, no performances.
Yeah, wow. And Michael Bublé, you reckon, is not proud of this film?
It would certainly appear as though he has distanced himself from it. I actually feel really down now.
You've been building to this for so long. How does it feel to finally have sat down and watched Michael Bublé's film debut?
I'm not gonna lie, I've been thinking about carbs for sort of the last quarter of this.
Did Michael Bublé turn into a chicken leg or a steak while you were watching?
Yeah, a bowl of spaghetti and meatballs.
Totally blonde. Totally crap.